Welcome to the Mike Less Farmhand Mike YouTube channel. A farming and outdoor channel that I started in 2012 that now has over 1,600 videos and thanks to you has over 180,000 subscribers with 100+ million total views and over 12 million hours of total watch time. I am filming and uploading new content all the time, so come along for the ride. Well, the planters are rolling up here in Northwest Ohio. I am just outside of the small town of West Unity out here with a farm that's planting soybeans. Now, I like to think I filmed a lot of cool farm equipment over the years and had here on my YouTube channel, social media, whatnot. But this is probably one of the coolest planting rigs I have seen yet to date. So coming up behind me here that you'll see in a minute is a Deere 9R 640 tractor on LSW tires, pulling a Deere DB90 planter on 20-inch row spacing. Now, this farm also uses this rig to plant corn, so they got fertilizer tanks, they got seed tanks. You just got to have a look. Check it out. What you're seeing here is their John Deere DB90 planter set up on 20-inch row spacings. So he is planting 90 foot across, 54 rows at a time. Again, this is also the same planter they used to plant corn. So the tanks you see on the front of the tractor, the two tanks in the center of the planter up front are for fertilizer. And then he's got the two seed hoppers in the middle, and then the outside wings have the seed hoppers on them too, and those outside hoppers are feeding 12 rows on each end of the planter. In this video, they are also planting soybeans with their John Deere 9RX 640 tractor pulling a Deere DB60 planter set up on 20-inch row spacing. They are also rolling soybeans, so they got a Case International quad track out here, another field over, pulling an 80-foot Degelman roller. In this video, I'll be bouncing back and forth between the fields and the tractors and the equipment, so you get to see all of the action. I've also done some other videos at this farm during harvest time. If you go back on my channel, you can find a soybean harvest, also a corn harvest, and then this very same tractor you see here also pulling an inline ripper, as well as their quad tracks pulling rippers. And I'll put the links to some of those videos at the end of this one, so if you've not seen them, you can check them out. The field that they're planting the soybeans into was corn last year, so like a lot of farms in Ohio, they're on an every other year rotation, corn one year, soybeans the next. They did run a high-speed disc over this ground last fall, and then they're planting right into it, as you can see. Farms 9RX 640 tractor you see here pulling this John Deere DB60 planter plants soybeans the entire season. They started the season out with both tractors and planters planting beans, and then they switched the bigger planter over to corn. Well, this one just continues to plant beans, and then they both finished the season, or the planting season, about the same time. Again, this is a DB60 planter, so 60 foot wide. It's on 20-inch row spacings, planting 36 rows per pass. And that's going to wrap up this video of this farm planting and rolling these fields of soybeans. But if you would, please go down there, hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button. And of course, check back often. I'm always filming, editing, uploading new content. You can also follow me along on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.